What I have for you today is another Venezianico watch, but it's very similar to the Aventurine one I covered quite recently. So in short, why do another one already? It is a good question that I kindly asked myself just now, and the answer is we have a new stone dial and it's rather nice. I can't wait to stick this under my macro lens. This model is released in a couple of days from this review. Since I launched my original review of the Narade model, it's clear once again that some of these brands that get bashed endlessly in forums are actually quite popular and often from new watch buyers that may not be so interested in the past, but more about where a brand is right now. Before we proceed, to be clear, I am an independent reviewer. I don't take money for my reviews and I certainly won't have opinions vetted or reviewed before going live. I have 3 or 4 examples of when this has meant a brand didn't want to proceed, and that's fine. Doing this as a hobby because I want to and not because I earn a living from it gives me a certain flexibility to do what I want. Sometimes brands will give me the watch in return for my time, and that's always appreciated but never a requirement for review. Since I have been offered to keep this watch, I need to follow the rules of YouTube and click the sponsored button, but I wanted you to know what that means for me. The Narade is a very particular type of watch that I think is worth admiring and filming, but its bold Italian design language is perhaps not for me, but I hope it's for you. Stone dials is seemingly creeping in as a new trend, and my most impressive experience was with the recent Baltic releases, all of which sold out in 4 minutes, so it's obviously something others like too. So let's get closer to this dial and see what we can find out. Presentation is on point when you receive this package, but it's the sizes we're interested in now. The case is 42mm in diameter and 49mm lug to lug. It's a substantial watch on wrist, which I know many of you love. Lug width is 22mm and it's a good 12.5mm stick. On bracelet, it's 182 gram. Water resistance is 200 meters. This goes on pre-order price on 27 January 2025 at €1,035 and after that €1,295. The dial is what we're here for. This malachite stone forms when copper deposits interact with mineral-rich water. It forms these green shades, and much like meteorite, this means that no 2 dials will be exactly the same. It really is a great effect, and it's not easy to extract these things either. At the heart of the process lies the cutting of a thin malachite disc, a slightly mind-boggling 0.4mm thick. This delicate operation demands rigorous tool control and skilled hands, as the stone, with its unique veins and intrinsic fragility, is particularly prone to chipping. Once cut, the dial is carefully assembled, since it would be a real shame to stuff it up now, obviously. Much like I covered in my original review of the model, the indices are applied, as is the logo, and the only print we find is the brand and model names, and at a good quality too. I probably would have preferred some sort of color matched date wheel here, but at least it stands out for those of you that enjoy these complications. Lume is good, and we'll come back to that. Another interesting detail is the scratch-resistant tungsten bezel. Tungsten is the hardest and most durable metal known to humanity. With a melting point of 3400 centigrade, it is the most heat-resistant metal, indispensable in numerous industrial applications. Its resistance to wear is actually quite extraordinary. Tungsten is practically scratch-proof, retaining its physical and aesthetic properties unaltered over time. What I also like myself is tungsten being Swedish for heavy rock, and not just the musical kind. The metal was discovered by a half German and half Swedish fella in 1781, and it is also known as wolfram. A pub quiz fact for you is that it has the highest melting point of all known elements. Anyway, this mirror polish treatment is really quite beautiful and also rather reflective. So you need to take care on a sunny day not to start any fires. The clicks of this thing are a thing of beauty. Really very good in a soft but precise way. So well done on this. And last call out is a color-coded 12 triangle. The case is a combination of brushed and polished off edges, a well protected and signed crown that I'd probably like to be a millimeter or so bigger, but it's more than good enough. Solid end links adds to a cohesive and muscular design, to my eyes at least. This back has the same Italian submarine motif that all these models have, and an appropriately high quality one too. It hides the Sellita SW200-1 Swiss-made movement, which is a bonus for the many of you out there that will only buy watches with Swiss movements. The bracelet is the same excellent 5-link design with push pins as I covered last time. It's early inconvenience adjust, but it stays put afterwards. Whilst I don't normally love polished parts in bracelets, we have to admit that it fits the watch here really well with a high polished bezel and also polished sides. The buckle is signed with an embossed cross, and of course having a polished section here is a tad controversial since it'll scratch up in no time. An omission of sort is a quick adjust, which is becoming more and more common, and in hot Italy and Australia I think it's a handy feature, and I've expressed this to the team. We do get 5 micro adjusts though, which is good. This watch looks pretty good on other strap options too, so the couple of 22 wide I have, we can check out here. The application of BGW9 Superluminova is pretty good, so let's check that out here. My second go at the brand and model is another good one. I can see how it is great for many, and it is incredibly eye-catching on wrist, particularly in the sun with the many reflective aspects. The reason I came back is due to this stone dial that hits both the color of the year according to Pantone in green and semi-precious stone in this malachite. If I was in the market for a green dial watch, I would honestly love to have something as textured as this, so if that's you, you are sorted here. The sum of its parts easily justifies the asking price in my opinion, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments today. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I'll catch you next time.